What is going on, guys? Snickel here, and today I have another trophy talk for you. This is for the week of January 12th, 2020, and it has been quite a successful week, I guess you could say, with starting some games and kind of working through other games and other games coming up and then things of that sort. But I have made some good progress, and I've got through some games, and with all of that being said, we can get right into this. So starting off this week, so I was talking about it in the last video that I wanted to get done Untitled Goose Game, and I wanted to basically finish it over the weekend, and I did. I finished it when I wanted to. I'm only waiting to do one trophy, which I'm waiting to do on stream, which I haven't streamed in like a week and a half, just because I've had a lot of stuff come up with just work and just various other things, playing other games that I just haven't had time to really finish this. I don't know why I exited out of that. But the last trophy I have to get is just dressing up the bust with things from outside the garden. It's pretty easy, but yeah, I need to get that trophy done, and then I'll get the platinum. But again, I'm waiting to do that on stream, so, you know, it is what it is. I'll get it when I get it. I'm not really in a rush. I do want to make note that I did like mass upload a bunch of trophy guides for this game, and usually when I do this, I will lose subscribers because I think people subscribe from videos like this or how to platinums or platinum trophies or something, and they don't really expect a bunch of trophy guides. I just want to let you know that when I do trophy guides for a game, which is a lot of games that I do play when I get through the single or get to the single player at least, I will just upload them as I get the trophy done. I don't really wait to space them out or do things like that. Everyone else that makes guides, everyone else that does guides, when the game releases at 12, if they get a review copy, they're uploading guides at 12, whatever they've made guides for. So that's just what I do. I just upload the guides as I go along. There's no like rhyme or reason. I upload every half an hour or I upload 5 a day or something. No, I just upload them as I go along, because the thing with me, and this is my thought process, because I get questions a lot of times like, why do you make guides for this game? You know, why do you upload guides when they don't get a lot of views? If you look at my views for my guides compared to videos like this, or my platinum trophy videos, or my how to platinums, or my multiplayer trophy guides, or anything that's actually like legitimate content, consistently, like a video like this will get a lot more views than a trophy guide will. But every once in a while there's a trophy guide that just or some sort of guide that just kind of kicks off and then it gets views, and that's just what it comes down to me. It's just playing the lottery. We'll see if one of these actually works. So I just upload guides for everything that I play, just because that's what I do. And the other reason for doing it is I kind of want to kickstart people to, if they see I'm uploading guides for a game, they're like, oh, maybe I'll actually go and play that game now, or I'll do that game now, or that was in my backlog. I really wanted to do that. Oh, he's uploading guides. Now I can actually do it, or I want to do it now. So that's really the other reason why I'll upload guides on really anything or everything that I'm playing single player wise. I am trying to do multiplayer trophy guides and stuff, but those are just, that requires a lot more coordination, and that requires a lot more organization of time on my part, because I have to write a script and I have to organize everything that I'm saying, so I'm not talking out my ass. And I've only made a few of those, but those take as much time as like a how to platinum takes to really develop, and that's why you guys don't see too many of those videos. If it was up to me and I could do this for a living, you guys would get one of each of those videos every week. But I just don't have the time between working and everything else to really make those. Between working and playing games, just right there takes up like, I don't know, 80% of my day, and then I sleep for like 3 or 4 hours a night. So yeah, like it's just sometimes it's just not feasible for me to get all that out, and that's really why I don't upload how to platinums too often, just because I just don't have the time. That's what it comes down to. But anyway, I'm getting way off topic here. Untitled Goose Game, got everything done, just need one more trophy. Cool, that's awesome. I'll do it on stream next time I stream, which is hopefully in the next few days. Up next, a game that really came out of nowhere, Blades of Time. This was a game, so GMZ and I were talking about this game for a while, and essentially there's just one online trophy in this game, and it's to kill an enemy player in an outbreak match. That's the only online trophy. It's a like interesting hack and slash game. It's part of like, I believe like the X Blades, that time, or what, I don't know, whatever, that whole situation, I guess you could say. But yeah, I got that multiplayer trophy. Who knows when I'll go back to the game, but yeah, we got the multiplayer trophy. That's all that matters. We got the platinum, right? That's what they say. Then up next, Resident Evil 6. This game we were kind of planning on doing this game, got pushed back a little bit. This is on the PS4, so I do have Resident Evil 6 on the PS3 as well. I started to play through the single player with Andrew. We did co-op, but that didn't that only lasted one night, which is whatever. But the main goal for this right now is to do the 4 DLC packs. We got through Survivors. We do have to go back and help out Simon and Andrew to get the 100 kills. The other night we got through Predator, and then some of Siege. We need to go back and help Simon get Predator because we were playing that night. We didn't know he was available. It turns out he was available. Kind of our fault for not asking, but at the same time, I don't know. And then the last one is Onslaught, which I believe is 1-on-1, so I'll probably end up doing that with Simon. And then other than that, everything else in the game here is single player. So yeah, I don't know when I'll touch this next, but at least all the multiplayer will be done. To give like a kind of an update. So the thought process with Resident Evil. So I really enjoyed Resident Evil 6. You guys know this. I hope you know this. I've talked about it a lot, at least when I played it. So my goal with Resident Evil, the franchise in general, is I want to get all the multiplayer done in all of them, and then I'll start to work through the single player and probably play them either chronologically or the time. I think just playing them when they came out will be the best way to do it. I think that is chronologically. I don't know. I'd have to look into it. But yeah, my goal is to just get all the multiplayer done. And Resident Evil 6 on the PS3 and PS4, Resident Evil 5 on the PS3 and PS4, which I think Resident Evil 5 is way easier. And then Revelations 1 and 2 on the PS3 and PS4. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, my goal would be to get done the multiplayer in all 6 of those, and then I'll start working through the rest. Because actually, I went over here, PSN Profiles. I don't know if I talked about this last video, but PSN Profiles, the franchise thing actually works now. I remember this was like in a beta mode or whatever for a while, this is really nice. So yeah, I want to do the multiplayer for these two. I want to do the multiplayer for these two. I want to do the multiplayer for these two. I don't know. I probably won't do Vita. And then Raccoon City would be nice to do as well. Basically, I want to do the multiplayer for all of these, whatever. And then Umbrella Corps would just be like, that's absolute last. Like, that's like when I don't know. I'd have to go crazy to play it. No, I'm just joking. But we do have people to play it, but I don't know how feasible it would be to play it, especially with about a lot of other things that I've been thinking about doing recently. But yeah, we're slowly working through that. It's not something that we're doing every night. It's like every few nights, you know, two times a week, 2-3 times a week, something like that. So that's getting worked through. Hopefully by the next video or next week, Resident Evil 6 will be done, but we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. Then up next, Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare came back up again. I think this is like the 3rd or 4th time this has come up where I kind of play it for like a few days and I put it down. So it came up. So Andrew and I were talking about doing it for a while. And then it turns out Waves had the game too. And I was like, well, if Waves joins, then we can do basically all the challenges because you can do your revives, your assists, basically everything. And then it also came up and then Simon was like, oh, I want to do it too. So then we have 4. So I was like, we might be able to play like certain game modes that we couldn't play with just 3 because you can boost a lot of this game with just 2 people. You just have to get on when like no one is playing. It is boostable. So you basically have to get on like in the middle of the night during like a weekday. But yeah, we got through a decent amount of stuff. The only thing that I have to really like, I guess you could say like a boost is we're doing level 5 with each, you know, every plant class, every zombie class. Then we obviously need to get 1 to level 10, and then we have to get to level 50 overall. Other than that, the only other thing I can think about, you know, possibly boosting is the 100 kills of each character, which I'm probably going to end up, or we can end up playing, because you have to win 25 matches of Gardens and Graveyards and Team Vanquish, so we'll probably end up playing it like legit, see what kind of stuff we get, because I don't think that these track, if I remember correctly. So we'll probably do that. Hopefully we get some of those. If we don't, then it is what it is. And then the last thing that we'll have to do is just doing the crazy ops or garden ops on crazy difficulty, which I don't think will be too bad. I did end up getting like technically the multiplayer done in for the first DLC. The rest of these can be done offline, which is really nice. So yeah, this will just come down to playing the garden ops. I think maybe like 1 or 2 more nights of solid boosting. The problem is you can boost this game, like I said, but you have to do it in an open lobby. And what sucks is that like, if you're in a game, right? If let's say you find a game mode where no one's playing it, it's just you and your 3 or 4 buddies that are in there and you guys are boosting. There's people that I think just search. It just searches all game modes and then they just join whatever. So you get like a random and it's just really frustrating because one random can really just mess up the whole thing, which is super annoying. I mean, your teammates and stuff can like fight him and beat him, but Yeah, it's super annoying. But that would be nice to get done. That just came up again just because it's something that we played, we put down, we played again, we put down. So yeah, hopefully that'll be done in the next few weeks. I'm not going to try to push to get that done like super fast or anything like that, but hopefully the goal will be in the next few weeks. And then up next, we have the last game that I played this week. I actually just got this trophy like about an hour ago. But Star Wars Battlefront 2, I'm technically done the multiplayer in this game, which is really nice. So just got level 50. If you guys don't know, every Wednesday they do a double XP event in every game mode. And they actually have a co-op mode in this game now. And the co-op mode counts towards your multiplayer rank. So you don't even have to play multiplayer to get ranks or multiplayer XP, which is super nice. And if you play with decent teammates, you can rack in anywhere between 60,000 to 100,000 points on a double XP night. Like, so on Wednesday or all of Wednesday, you can pull in 60 to 100,000, depending on the map and everything of that sort. But you can pull in some pretty good numbers. Even without double XP, you can pull between 30 and 50. Like 50 is like really, really, really good. 30 is like a, an average number that people usually get if you're, at least paying attention and playing. But that was just super nice to get done. Double XP, I mean, you can literally get through, if you're like pulling in a minimum of like 30K a match, you can get through a level in like 3 matches. Matches take anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes. So basically you're getting like a level an hour when it comes down to it during double XP, which is like really good compared to just playing the regular game. But other than that, the only other thing I had to do in this game last week was, what did I have to do? Getting 25 headshots with long blaster rifles. I do want to note, so all these other trophies, like not all miss a dominating presence. Actually, I don't know about a dominating presence, but sentry mode engaged and not all missed. You can actually get these in the co-op mode, so you don't actually have to play online, even though it says in multiplayer. I was trying to get this scoped one for like an hour or two one night in the co-op mode. It didn't work. So I think you actually have to get scoped in actual multiplayer. And then the other thing that I got this week, which we ended up boosting, was the bomber. There was people that went in and boosted multitasking, and then we also started to boost bomber, or the bomber. So the only thing I have left in this game is the single player, and then I'm saving these 2 trophies for last, because I'll get this one, and then I'll get this one like an hour later. So I think this is something that I'm going to end up playing on stream after Goose Game. I do have another stream game, but it's kind of like I want to keep it on the DL for now. But yeah, the only thing that I saw making guides for this game wise was just these 4 trophies. I think I talked about it last week, but these 4 trophies right here would be the only thing I would make guides for. So I will see if I get them while I'm just playing through the game. If I do, then I might have to play it on alt account, which I do want to talk about that after this for a second for another game I've been playing. But yeah, this might be something that I just play on stream just to get through, because I think the single player is fairly short if I've heard from people. So if I can just blast through this, do the DLC, and then just get the platinum, that'd be pretty cool, because then I would be done with both of the Battlefront games, which I never thought that I would get Battlefront 1 done, like platinumed and 100%, but to get Battlefront 1 and Battlefront 2 platinumed and 100%, I really thought I would never do that. So, and then we can start moving on to other Star Wars games. But the other game that I've been playing this week, which isn't really showing up on the list because it's all the way down, it's right here. I started to play, you guys probably saw the guide that I uploaded for Zombie Army Trilogy collectibles. I basically have been playing through this game on an alt account to do a collectible guide, and then I'm going to have to play back through on my account to get the rest of the collectibles, because I have like 70% of the collectibles done. So if I did a collectible guide on my account, it wouldn't be feasible because of the bottles of blood. They wouldn't show up, and the gold bars wouldn't show up either. So it would just be like a really shit guide. So I ended up going and playing. I'm playing that on another account. So I'm actually playing it like a second time through on a separate account just to make the videos. And then I'll come back, finish up these 2. Just to let you know, for video purpose wise, if you're interested in doing the game or whatever, I am going to be doing the full collectible guide on the game for the gold bars and the bottles of blood. And then I'm also going to be doing a guide on the survivor side quests. And then other than that, once I get those 2 done and I make those guides, then this is going to become basically a stream game to get the platinum, because it's going to be to reach wave 10 in horde mode on these 2 maps. And then basically just like scoring 5,000 points with a single sniper. It just random stuff is left. So I'll just clean that up, get that done, get the Zombie Army Trilogy platinum. hopefully before Zombie Army 4 comes out. I don't even know when that comes out, but yeah, that's kind of the goal with Zombie Army Trilogy. Get those collectible guides out. I wanted to get another one out, the episode 2 one out by now, but I really haven't been playing the game. I haven't played it since like Monday or something, so I need to get back in and start playing it. But we'll wait. We'll just wait to see. That's really another reason why I didn't stream at all over the weekend or just recently, is because I was trying to do that game in my absolute free time and get the collectibles done. Which is one thing that I've started to realize is kind of annoying between like making guides and doing YouTube and like Twitch, because it's like I either have in my free time, I'm either making guides for games or I would live stream. I don't have enough time to do both of them. So I'm trying to kind of juggle them, but I really have been neglecting Twitch recently. So I don't know. We might do a live stream recently or soon, not recently. What am I talking about? I really need to get to bed. But yeah, that's what I've been playing this week. What do I plan on playing in the upcoming week? So my main goal off stream is going to be to finish the collectible guide for Zombie Army Trilogy, so then I can do the collectibles on my account in Zombie Army Trilogy, and then I can make that last guide, and then that can become a stream game. On stream, Goose Game, that's going to literally take like 5 minutes to get that done. And then I'll probably start playing through Star Wars Battlefront 2. If I beat that by the time that I get through Zat, I don't know what I'm going to do on stream. Might have to do like a filler game like Beach Buggy Racing or something. But off stream in the free time, like I said, Zat, boosting Resident Evil 6, and Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. Resident Evil 5 on the PS4 is going to be something that comes up soon-ish. And then after I do collectible guides on Zombie Army Trilogy, I am going to do collectible guides on Strange Brigade, which I might have to do the same thing I'm doing now with Zombie Army Trilogy, except on Strange Brigade. So that might be a little annoying. But yeah, I want to do that as well. And then there was another game that I was talking about doing. I don't even remember. I also have been neglecting like Puppeteer. I said I wanted to do guides for Puppeteer like a long ass time ago, like whatever, a month ago when I actually played the game. I'll get to it eventually, but just like other things came up. So yeah. I guess the other thing, now that I'm looking at it, Waves and I will be finishing the Need for Speed Most Wanted DLC, hopefully within the next week or two. So that might be something that you see. But that's just going to be like, what, like 3 more trophies. He ended up getting the DLC, I think. So we need to hop on with Simon, and we need to unlock the rest of the cars. And then it's just going to come down to AFK and Miles. So, you know, that is what it is. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, there is another stream game that I did get, but I'm keeping it on the down low right now. And then, yeah, I think that's it. I don't know if there's anything else. But, yeah, so I guess I can give an update on YouTube since this is just going to be an all-inclusive video. So, yeah, like I said, trophy guides or collectible guides on Zombie Army Trilogy, and then that one trophy guide for all the survivors, collectible guide on Strange Brigade, and then probably trophy guides on Strange Brigade. And then after that, I'm not really sure. Hopefully, well, I'm going to attempt to do those trophy guides for Star Wars Battlefront 2, even though it's probably not necessary. I do want to do that just because I did the first game. And then after that, like I said, Puppeteer possibly. Oh, the other game that I want to talk about possibly doing upcoming, since there was a little bit of a scare last week, is Far Cry 2. So there was a scare in this game with which I think it's been fixed by now, but there was a scare with these downloading and rating 25 user maps. It went down for like a day or something, and people were like freaking the fuck out. It's fixed now, but I would advise you to go do that and get that done. But the other thing that I've been thinking about is just like doing this game and getting the multiplayer done, just because like it's been on my list for like the longest freaking time, since like 2017, I think 2014 actually. It's been on my list since 2014. I'm done all the multi-kills. I'm done all the revives. I literally just have to get kills. That's all I have to do is get kills. And I have alt accounts to get kills with. So yeah, I might end up doing this, knocking this out sooner rather than later, just because of all the issues that have apparently been going on with it. Another thing that kind of got brought up was, again, which I don't know when I'll do it, but Kat's brought up Red Faction Guerrilla. So that might be something that we possibly do, because I don't know if that's something that you can AFK. It's probably not 100% AFKable, but I'm assuming it's somewhat AFKable. Like he plays for an hour, I play for an hour, or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. That's something that I need to look at. And then another thing that I was, I meant to ask Cats to get back to is at least giving the Price is Right a few more tries, because there's only one more trophy I have to get in Price is Right to get it done for the multiplayer, and that's the Plinko trophy. I guess I still have to do 30 games online as well. I didn't realize that. How did I not get that? I feel like I should have got that. But anyway, yeah, those are the last two. Oh, okay, yeah. I thought that said any game. My brain just had a brain fart right there. But yeah, doing that and then that, those are the last two online trophies that I need to do. And then the rest is kind of up to me, but the Plinko trophy is stupid. So yeah, that might be something where Cats and I give it another try for a night and see what happens over the weekend or something like that. But I think that's about it. I was looking through my trophy list here. I really want to finish games. I was just looking through and I was like, oh, I'm just neglecting so many games and so many franchises. It really just starts right at the beginning. I'm like, yo, Air Conflicts. Like, I could literally bang out all these games so fast. I'm still missing the other Vietnam game. And I was asking Andrew if he had it or if he was interested. So that's something, if you guys are interested in doing any of these games, let me know, the Air Conflicts games, because there's a trophy that requires 6 people to do them. I don't mind helping for like Pacific Carriers and Secret Wars or Vietnam on PS3, PS4, whatever it is. I just still needed to get the 6-player trophy in Vietnam on the PS3, but I don't mind helping on the other ones. And then I do have to actually do the rest of the online and Secret Wars on the PS4, because I literally got like the 6-player trophies, and then I haven't touched anything else just because, yeah, those are the ones that I got. So that one's a little more intensive. Vietnam is really easy online. Once you get the 6-player trophy, like the rest is really easy. I think you can get most of it in like, you just have to play 15 matches, but I'm pretty sure you can do like 1 death matches or something like that. But yeah, I was just looking through and I was like, oh, the Air Conflicts games, like that'd be cool to get done. The Alien games, those would be cool to get done. Like I have easy games like Anarchy Rush Hour, just play the freaking game. And then I just get to my Assassin's Creed block and I go back to the whole thing of like, I want to do literally every Assassin's Creed. Like I want to get to this. Like I really do. I want to do every single Assassin's Creed. I want to do it before the new one comes out this year, but I don't think that'll happen. Mainly because of Black Flag. But another thing that I was also thinking about doing on stream. Wow, I'm going all over the place. But another thing I was thinking about doing on stream, so AC4 Black Flag multiplayer boosting, like level boosting in Wolfpack, I was thinking about doing that on stream just because like it's kind of like mindless grinding and I can do it 100% by myself. The other thing that I was thinking about doing on stream was, I don't even know where it is, right here. So over the weekend, I ended up helping Waves and Brian with all of their Tomb Raider trophies, like the random trophies here. But I still personally have to get level 60 in multiplayer and buy every upgrade and character in multiplayer. So between those two, I have to do this on the PS3 and PS4 because I put both of them on my list. I have been thinking about possibly doing them on stream. Here's definitive. I have been thinking about doing this level boosting on stream just because like it's not that bad. You just play a game mode and you do some mindless stuff, but that's something else that I probably will do on stream at some point just because I do want to finish the multiplayer for that like completely. I don't want to just give up on it. And also I do want to kind of do the rest of the Tomb Raider games. I've done like the PS2 ones that were on PS3, so Legend Anniversary and Underworld, but I would like to do the reboot, Rise of the Tomb Raider and Shadow of the Tomb Raider as well. I really just, my main problem when it comes to gaming, my main problem is I just want to do so much, but I just don't have enough time. Like, that's what it comes down to. And I could completely neglect all of my friends that I play games with and do all these random games with, because I was thinking about this today. I was like, yo, honestly, like I do a lot of multiplayer and it's not that I don't enjoy it. I do. And I enjoy playing with my friends and I enjoy getting the multiplayer done in games. But like, if I went back to the old me from years ago, when like I wasn't even on Discord, I wasn't anywhere, and I literally just did guides, I don't know if I got that many games done then, but like I was putting out a lot of guides out for games. So I don't know. I've been thinking about not really going back to that fully, like just like, see ya, I'm going, like I'm online, but I'm never talking to anyone. No, I don't want to go back to that because I obviously still want to get games done. I still want to play with my friends and everything. But it would be nice to have more time to be able to make guides for games that I want to make guides for, even though like they probably wouldn't get views. But like for me, it's just the satisfaction of making the guide, because I think like Retro asked this the other day when we were in a chat. I was talking about how I wanted to make guides for, I don't even remember what the game was. It was like an older game. I don't know. I don't even know. It might have been Zat. I don't know what it was. And he was basically like, why do you make guides for these older games? Like, what does it matter? And I was like, it's funny because I do ask myself that question a lot when I upload trophy guides. Because like I said, when I upload trophy guides, they initially don't get a lot of views usually. And getting the initial views just helps with the search. Like getting views and likes helps with the search later on. That's why like people like PowerPX or whatever, like having subscribers is good. Like at the end of the day, he's going to get views, but having the subscribers helps because then it boosts him higher up on the search results. When people search for trophy guides, his video comes up first instead of other people's. Like that's just how that works. But yeah, I wonder the same thing. I'm like, why do I upload guides on these like really like shitter games or like these old PS3 games or something? And my explanation for older PS3 games is usually the guides that are out on older PS3 games are really bad quality. So I think of my video guides as more of like Redux guides to them. Cause like there's like games like you would just sit there and you'd say like, oh, why did you upload a trophy guide on God of War 3 like 6 years or whatever after the game came out? Even more than that, maybe 8 years after the game came out. Why did you upload a guide, that much longer after the game came out? And it's like, A, that's when I played it. And B, I just did. But the thing is like the video is doing really good for me. And part of that is coming off of the guides that I uploaded for, obviously God of War 2 and all the God of Wars before that. But sometimes there's just like random games where I upload them and they just do good out of nowhere. Like the PS2 Tomb Raider games, like I only did guides for I think Anniversary and Underworld because I didn't do YouTube when I played Legend or whatever it is. But yeah, those are two where it's like, hey, these are completely random games. They're old as shit, but they get good views. Like they're getting very good views. So I don't know. I just do that on every, I make guides on every game that I play because A, I enjoy helping people. And a lot of the games that I play is like, or there aren't guides for them really. Like older PS3 games, there aren't guides for them. I know that there's not a lot of people looking at these games and looking to play these games, but it's just the fact of like, if anybody ever wanted to, there it is. Like one that I'm thinking about right now that I really regret making, but part of it was just because I don't think I made guides around the time that I played it, is Dante's Inferno. If you guys have ever played Dante's Inferno, there are collectibles in the game. I wish I made a collectible guide. But the only video that, or at least that I'm aware of, I think, at least at the time that I was playing the game, the only video that you could find for collectibles in that game was like this super Italian dude that was like recording his TV with his phone, and he did commentary over the videos, but he talked about nothing related to the game at all. Like he was talking about like spaghetti and stuff like that. I don't know, man. Like he was super Italian. And yeah, I just remember that. And after I beat the game and after I did everything, I remember someone made a comment to me and they're like, why didn't you do a collectible guide on that game? Like that's literally the only collectible guide is that guy, that recorded it with his phone. And I was like, I don't know. Like, I just didn't think it was, I didn't think it was needed at the time, like there was already a guide out. So, people were using that one. But, yeah, ever since that, I've kind of taken that, not really to heart, but I've kind of taken it and I've been like, hey, that's a good point. Because, if you go and look up guides for like Tomb Raider Underworld or really any of the PS2 Tomb Raider games that are on PS3, if you go look up any collectible guides, any type of guides for those games, they're all like from a PC recorded with like fraps or whatever they used, and the quality is like ass and you can't see anything that's going on. But then if you go watch mine, it's like 1080p, 60 frames per second, super crisp and everything like that. So that's why like I upload guides on older games, but there are games that like came out early on the PS4 that's like, do you really need this? And it's like, not really, but like I still want to because like I enjoy uploading guides and my sick ass like enjoys making collectible guides. I know that sounds like crazy, but like I actually do enjoy making collectible guides. So yeah, I'm going to continue to do it. I'm going to continue to do it for every game that I play. Or that's the anticipation, is to do it for every game that I play. Obviously I play stuff on stream where it's like, if I'm playing on stream, I can't really make a guide. And this was another suggestion that was made because I also said that. I was like, I don't want to play, like, for instance, Zombie Army Trilogy. I don't want to play that on stream when I'm making a collectible guide just because I don't want to. And someone was like, well, can't you just rip the VODs from, Twitch or, OBS after it records it? Because I do record all my streams through OBS. And I was like, yeah, I can. But the thing is like the quality through OBS isn't going to be the best. Plus, it records it with like the text overlay, which I could turn the chat off and not do a chat overlay. But then it's just going to be, gameplay. And I was like, there's just a lot of factors to it. Like, I could do it, yes. But do I want to do it? No, I don't want to do it. It would be more of a headache for me than anything, because when I'm doing it, when I'm doing a collectible guide, I do all the clips separately. I don't record for like 3 hours or whatever and then chop everything up. Like, I will go and individually make different clips for each collectible just so that it's easier to organize. And really, that's what it comes down to. Easier to organize. And then you come across the thing of like, if you ever miss a collectible, like, that you missed it because you're missing a clip or you don't, and I usually number them what they're supposed to be right when I'm doing it. So another question that also got brought up to me was like, well, if like someone makes a collectible guide, doesn't everyone else just copy off of it? And it's like, I guess, yes, in a way, because the first person who ever uploads a collectible guide, like, the collectibles don't change. They're all in the same spot. It just comes down to me personally for when making collectible guide. I always read text guides. That's what I enjoy. And then I end up using, reference points in the game. So like for Zombie Army Trilogy, there's no map in the game, right? So the only thing you can do is reference, big structures or things that kind of stick out as you're playing through the level to be like, hey, when you get to here, stop, look at this guide. There are some games, when you're playing open world games where like you have a map or something, or there'll be games when there's chapters or something like that kind of help. But yeah, that's just what it comes down to collectible guides. For an open world game like GTA or, Just Cause or really any open world game, are collectible guides copying each other? Yeah, I mean, theoretically, yes, because all the collectibles are in the same spot, but it's just the reference points that you use or the order that you put them in or anything like that. Like, I'm trying to think, there was a game that I did recently. Let's go look. There was a game that I did recently where, isn't there a way to like go to your channel? I thought there was a way to go to your channel over here. I guess it's here now. I don't even know how to use this shit. So there's a game that I did recently. It was Horizon. So I did like the collectibles in Horizon, right? Like the pigments and the figurines. And like, I was looking at other people's guides to kind of see how they did it or the order that they went in. And I think like Power PYX, or I don't even know if Power PYX, it might have been like Brian from PS4 Trophies, right? So the way he did his guide, or it was someone, I was watching some guide, and the way that they did the guide was like they went around the map or something like that. Like they did them so that they were close together, which makes sense, right? That makes sense. But then when I did mine, I think the way that I did mine was I did them in the order that they show up in the menu. So like figurine 1 was like my first one, and figurine 2 was my second one. So there's like things like that. Like you can either make it so that it's like sequentially right from like the menu or whatever, or you can make it so that it makes more sense going around the map, so you don't have to go to the upper right corner and then jump down to the bottom left corner. But I think at the end of the day, it wasn't too much jumping. So like, I was like, it doesn't really matter to me. But yeah, that was that. But that's a little off topic thing about collectible guides. Like I said, I'm a sicko, and I really enjoy making collectible guides and trophy guides in general. That's why I still do it. If I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't do it. But yeah, it's just some insight. I think that this went a little off topic. I went more YouTube than I usually do, rather than just talking about games. If you guys do enjoy that, do let me know though, because I could talk forever about well, I probably shouldn't talk about YouTube forever, but I probably could. Anyway, that's what I've been playing this week. That's what I plan on playing in the upcoming week and the upcoming weeks, I guess you could say, with a few other games like Far Cry 2 and some other things that I'm kind of trying to look forward into. But, like I said, it is what it is. I'm kind of just playing what comes up. And yeah, like I said, I really do want to get games done. I look through my list every day and I'm like, I really just want to finish things. And it's not that I'm not finishing things, but it's just like, I don't know. It's just weird because, like I said, I scroll through my list and I'm like, there are conflicts games. Those are easy. But then, like, it's not like I'm not finishing games because I am doing like Star Wars and I am doing like Zombie Army Trilogy, and then eventually Strange Brigade and Untitled Goose Game, and various other things. It's just like, I guess I'm not seeing it somewhat. And guys, I just look at it alphabetically sometimes, and I'm just like, oh, like, really for me, I think the biggest thing that kicks me is like the series thing, right? And I don't know how many of you guys are into this, but that's what it comes down to me. Like when I look at Air Conflicts and I look at all the Air Conflicts games on my list, it just makes me think like, oh, like I should go do those. Like I should really just get all of those done and call it a day. And it's like the same thing with the Alien games. And it's like the same thing like Assassin's Creed. I feel satisfied with Assassin's Creed because I've done everything. I've theoretically done everything. But the part of me that's not satisfied with Assassin's Creed is now the next step of doing literally every single game. That's what part that's not, that doesn't satisfy me. But looking at it, it does make me satisfied. I'm like, oh my God, look at all this. Like this feels so good to be able to get all these done. But yeah, I looked through a bunch of other things like the Arkham like games. Like I would love to do them, or like the Battlefields, or like Borderlands, or finishing, all the Burnouts that I started, or like the Souls games, or, the Dirt games was something that got to me for a while. I've kind of put that on the back burner, but I do want to get back and do Dirt 4 and Dirt Rally 2.0 and get that done. But I hope you get what I'm saying. Like I kind of look through here and I'm like, man, it would be really nice to just get franchises done, like whole franchises. Because like I said, I've done it with things. I've God of War. I haven't done the stacks, but I've done all the God of Wars. That's another one that's satisfying to look at, but I should go do the stacks. But yeah, then I look at Hitman, I'm just like, oh my God, like I should do the other Hitmans. Like I should just do them, or Infamous, or really just like anything, any franchise. I look at the franchise and it just like disappoints me that I'm just like, I should just do it. Like stop doing this to yourself. Just do it. And the way that I was picking games to play for a while was the random number generator. But recently I was like, yo, the way I should play games is just like literally just play them alphabetically. Like I should just literally just play down my list. Just be like, okay, so what's at the top of my list that I need to do alphabetically? Agents of Mayhem, looks like we're playing Agents of Mayhem. Like that's kind of what I've been thinking about doing. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. When I do, so if I ever need to do the random number generator, I think I'm good for a little bit with games because I have some stuff lined up. But if I ever need to do the random number generator, I think the way that I'm going to do it next time is I'm only going to allow games that are already on my list to be picked. And then it's also going to be like, so let's say I get like Air Conflicts, whatever. Let's say it picks an Air Conflicts game, Pacific Carriers. I'm going to look at it and be like, oh, okay, well, technically Secret Wars is first. So we're going to do them in that order. And then it might get to the point where I'm just like, hey, I'm just going to do, if it picks a franchise, I'm just going to do all the games in that franchise. That might be another thing that it comes down to, but I don't know. I might be thinking too far in advance here, but yeah. I don't know. I just looked down my list. I do wish I had more time to play more games. That is something that kind of irritates me. It's been irritating me for a little bit, ever since I started working full time, like a year and a half ago or whatever. I haven't had the free time that I thought I was going to have. Even on the weekends, I just don't have the free time that I wish I had to get games done. And it is somewhat like, I don't want to say depressing, but yeah, it is somewhat annoying because like back when I was in high school and back when I was in college, even though I did work when I was in high school and college, I worked like maybe 20 hours a week, like half like full-time weeks, but then I was also in school. But yeah, it just felt like I had so much more free time. I don't know why. I probably didn't. Now that I think about it, like I probably didn't. Like especially in high school, because like you wake up, you go to school, you get done at like 2:00 or whatever. And then like I would come home, and like most of the days when I came home, at least when I got my job or when I started working, I would work like all night. Like I would work like a 5 to like 11 shift. Like, and that was short. Like sometimes they would say like, oh, 4, but like that was like typical. Like 5 to 11 was usually like what I was working. So I would come home from school at like 2 or 3 o'clock, and then I'd have like whatever, an hour or two to play a game. And then I would come home at like 12 or whatever, or 11:30, whenever we ended up getting out. And then I would usually, I don't even remember in high school if I stayed up late. That's a crazy thing. I can't remember that in high school. I think I used to stay up like somewhat late, but not like, really late, like maybe like 1 a.m., kind of like what I do now. But yeah, like high school, I don't know if I really had that much time now that I think about it, but college, like I definitely had time in college. even though I probably shouldn't have been playing games as much as I did, because if you guys ever get to college, or if you've been through college, or you want to know, like, college is like, you go to class for like a few hours a day. If usually, this is usually just because of the way it's split up, you'll go to class for like a few hours a day. You'll have classes 5 days a week. The way that my schedule was set up was like every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I had the same classes, and then every Tuesday, Thursday, I had the same classes. And then usually I had like labs on like Thursday, like later in the week is when I had labs usually. So like Thursday, Friday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But yeah, I remember like I just had so much free time in college. And like I said, I probably shouldn't have been playing games in that free time. I probably should have been studying. I mean, I got through college, so that's what matters, right? But yeah, I just remember having so much free time. But I feel like I have been playing like more. Like if you look like stats wise, I feel like I have been playing more like ever since I got done school. Because like I would have got done school. I went to school part-time. So I went to school for 5 years. I basically should have been done in 4, but I had some issue with like scheduling classes or something. So I went to school part-time for my 5th year. But my 5th year would have been in like 2018. Let me think about this for a second. So I graduated, it would have been so it would have been 2018. It would have been June of 2018 when I graduated. So it would have been like around here-ish. And then I would have been going to school part-time for like a year before that. So like here-ish. So like, and then I was in college for like from here to here. So, I mean, I guess, I don't know. I definitely, like, you'll see that, like, right here, I didn't earn anything. That's when I, like, study abroad. Is it here? Maybe not. It might be, like, or, I don't know. There's, like, a spike right there. I don't know. Wish I could zoom in on this graph. There was a point where, like, I didn't play anything. It was, like, January, I thought it was 2017. It might have been 2016. Yeah, it's right here. Literally just flat. Like I didn't do shit. That's just when I study abroad. I didn't play anything for like a month and a half. It's kind of nice. But yeah, anyway, looking at the numbers, like I guess it's the same. Like it's not like I've been gaming more. It looks like right here I gamed a fuck ton. Oh, you know why? Maybe not. So before I started my job full time in 2018, June of 2018, I guess technically July of 2018, I took a month off, but I took June off. Like I graduated and then I told him, I was like, I want to take a month off before I start full time, because like my one boss was like telling me that he's like, dude, don't jump into work right away. Like you're going to regret it. Take at least a month off. And I was like, okay. And I've been looking back at it ever since then. And I was like, I should have just taken the whole damn summer off, dude. Like I probably would have got bored at a point, but like I was like, damn, I should have just taken the whole summer off. I should have just started in September, but it is what it is. But yeah, I do wish that I could play more games. I don't know if I feel that way because I have more games on my list or I've started more games or what it is, but like I do wish, or I own more games. I do wish that I could play more games, but it is what it is, and we'll leave it at that. I thought I was going to end this video like 10 minutes ago, but I didn't. So I'm going to end it now. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys have been up to, what games you've been playing. If you need any suggestions, any guides that you want to see on any games, do let me know down below. Like I said, I kind of have an order of what I'm going to do stuff, but I'm always up to making guides for games. So do let me know that down below. Down in the description below, you'll find links to all types of stuff. My Twitter, my Twitch, my platinum trophies. I think maybe other videos like this. I'm not really sure. So if you want to go check any of that stuff out, I'd greatly appreciate it. Hit me with a follow on any of those. I would greatly appreciate it. Anyway, like I said, if you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like. If you've made it this far and you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing for more trophy content like this. And I hope to see you all around sometime soon.